Welcome to the nighttime videos where I do pretty much little to no editing and I just talk uncontrollably about whatever I want for about 10 to 20 minutes depending on how I'm feeling. And I'm feeling very good today because as it stands right now, Cyclops is winning the rework poll. And here's the thing, there is 55 minutes left in this poll, so I can just, make this video, see the result change to Doctor Strange winning, and this video never happens. But if things stay as they are right now, then I make this video, I am a very happy camper, and yeah, we just all get to rejoice because Cyclops won this thing. Now, why am I so happy about Cyclops being in the lead right now? Well, here's the thing, there are multiple reasons as to why I personally want Cyclops, but there's a lot of reasons why everyone should want Cyclops. Now, here's another, quick disclaimer, I don't really care who you pick, it's okay, if you want Doctor Strange, that's totally fine with me, he's a really cool character, but there are a few factors that make Cyclops, I think, the objectively best pick overall, and here are those, factors. So, we just got the announcement that next month is Shathra's month, right? And this month currently, we have the Enchantress releasing very, very soon. In just these 2 months alone, August and September, we have 2 new Mystic characters. Additionally, there are supposedly gonna be, I think, 2 other Mystics outside of that, so that is 4 Mystics from now until December. That's a lot, right? 4 Mystics in a span of 4 to 5 months, that is really, really crazy stuff. So if we add Doctor Strange into that mix, I feel like we're kind of just overdoing it with the Mystic class. Now here's the other thing, the Mutant class has kind of been rejuvenated a bit, especially with the release of Onslaught and Dust, but then things have kind of just simmered down a bit, especially because Northstar hasn't been the most, he hasn't really made, a huge impact, if you will, because as it stands right now, he is not really used for anything since he is a long form content character. Now that's fine, right? He will have his use eventually, but right now, ever since Dust, things have definitely calmed down for the Mutant class. Now, there is supposedly another Mutant coming out relatively soon, but that's just one. If we add Cyclops into that mix, now we're talking, right? A good Cyclops buff can bring the Mutant class right back to where it was in February, where it was just really starting to pop off. And Mr. Sinister got buffed as well. And as you can see, Mystic buffs are done right, obviously, Juggernaut and all that, but recent Mutant buffs have been crazy as well. Mr. Sinister is an arguable top 5 Mutant and probably is the best 6-star locked Mutant character. I'm sorry, Kitty Pryde, but his value in Battlegrounds is just absurd. So yeah, for that's one reason alone why I feel Cyclops is a good pick. Just the landscape of the future of the champion releases. He is the better pick because there are so many Mystics coming, but there's not that many Mutant champions coming besides one, which I am hoping it's Dazzler. I am really, really hoping it's her, but if it's not, then it's whatever. But now personal reasons. Why do I personally want this character? And here's the thing, I think Doctor Strange is such a cool character as well. I understand that he is the objectively more popular character for the people that watch the movies because he's Doctor Strange, he plays a big role in the MCU especially, but Cyclops, for me, I think he's just the cooler character. He has the cooler look, he has the cooler appeal. Now, if it was the red one, then, oh, absolutely, that guy looks like a total bum. I do not like that Cyclops. I am so mad that, he got some pretty good synergies, but the blue team one didn't, and I was frustrated at that because he is such a horrendous looking character, but the blue team one looks really, really cool. And with X-Men 97 coming out, like, Cyclops does kind of feel like the more popular character right now, because that show apparently was really good. I haven't seen it, but I just, I've been told that it's pretty cool. And, speaking of 97, my dad, he hasn't, like, he wasn't the biggest Marvel fan, but he used to have action figures when he was little, and I inherited those, and I got this Cyclops figure, and that was my favorite figure because it was so cool looking. I remember playing with it all the time when I was little, and like, that stuck with me. That's why I've always liked Cyclops as a character. And like, when I downloaded this game when I was 10, I rushed towards Cyclops because he's such a cool character. But here's the thing, he was never good, so I just never got a chance to play one of my favorite action figures. And here's the thing with Doctor Strange, he had his time in the spotlight all the way up to patch 12.0, where he was nerfed, and nerfed pretty big, but he had like a pretty good reign of terror, right? Cyclops was never a good champion. So I really hope that he does end up winning this thing, and he does finally get to become a good champion. Of course, there is the risk that the buff isn't even that good and Cyclops is still a bad champion, but I doubt it. I doubt that a rework is going to turn out to be bad. Like, full reworks, Iron Man, for example, fantastic. Superior Iron Man, really, really good. So yeah, I think like there's a pretty good track record for reworked characters. The Magnetos, for example, look at what they did to Magneto. Magneto is still a beyond god tier character. He's so good to the point where people got bored of him because he was just that strong, so they moved on to different champions. But like, if you still use him to this day, oh yeah, he is just broken beyond belief still against metal characters. So yeah, I think those are all the reasons as to why I want Cyclops to win this, and there's 45 minutes left in the poll, and I'm still very nervous because last minute things can just turn into chaos. Like the Battlegrounds leaderboards, for example, the final hour can just be insane, but maybe it's the same case with this poll, so I have to be kind of cautious. But I'm going to celebrate a bit early because I am really, really excited for this if it is Cyclops winning. Now, if Doctor Strange wins, that's fine, right? He's a really cool character. Like, I enjoyed his movies. I know that the Multiverse of Madness wasn't that well received, but I thought it was fine. I thought it was still cool. The original Doctor Strange, though, that was such a good movie. I really like Doctor Strange. But I'm just Team Cyclops. So, I think that's all I want to talk about today. Just a short one because this is a pretty important topic, so it deserves a solo video. But let me know your thoughts on the whole rework pool in the first place. I feel like it was a great idea to let us pick, and I think we picked right if Cyclops does win. If he doesn't win, then this video doesn't even get posted, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, let me know your thoughts on Cyclops winning, hopefully, and yeah, that's about it for me.